Hello, wonderful people. I hope all is well. Welcome to Elimj Chat Show, a platform that we get to empower various community in our community as well. In today's topic, I want to talk about, Christmas without no date. And my question to you will be, what do you do to make your day special? An example is it like seriously, is it because you have no date? You're going to have a boring Christmas? Of course not. And this is why I've decided to showcase a very small content with you here so you can really find it useful. And the topic has been inspired by, something that I saw recently when I went out. So yeah, let's quickly dive into it because I want this content to be very short and simple. So firstly, when we talk about Christmas without no date, of course, it doesn't mean that when you have no date or partner, your Christmas should be boring at all. It shouldn't at all. I would rather say, I believe this is even the best time to even have a moment to yourself to sit down and reflect and see what you have achieved or like over the years, like the year from January till December. Kind of like give thanks to count your blessings, give gratitude to what you've achieved, and to say what you've acquired over the year. And again, for the fact that you are still, you are alive. I believe it's a blessing. Like for me, one of my gratitude is for being alive, for being healthy. I think it's magic. Like I really like it, and that's one of my number one gratitude in my book. So, going back to what we are saying, you just ensure that you always give gratitude. And moving away from that, I would say this is the time for you to sit down and reflect. There is something that I call power of self-love, like falling in love with yourself, using this opportunity to discover who you are, to also be your own best friend. I always say to befriend yourself. Well, some people might say, "Oh, okay." Well, what I mean is to be your own best friend, to fall in love with yourself. Like tell yourself that you really cherish yourself. Like look directly into your mirror and say, "Oh my God, Lizzie, I think I really love you." Like, talking about yourself, look into your mirror, utilize the power of mirror and just say how much you cherish yourself. And again, reflect. Thereafter, look around your environment, maybe your house, your space. You could use this opportunity to declutter your property, maybe your property or your environment or your location. You might even move things around just to kind of beautify your house a little bit. I'm not saying refurbish the whole property. Of course, if you want to, that's okay. But keeping it really simple and short and beautiful, I think it is spectacular. Because when you refresh your environment, it just opens door for great things to come around you. Blessings to come around you, I would say. That's my own perspective. And engage in an act of kindness for yourself. Like be kind to yourself. Whatever situation you find yourself, just be kind to yourself. And there is one thing I usually say. I say whatever we do in life, everything begins with us. Every journey, every step we take, it begins with us because it is you that you need to look after first before you can now say, okay, I want to pass the love on to somebody else. So, like when you look after yourself, then it just gives you that opportunity to be able to share that love with somebody else. So, moving on to the next part of it, I would say, oh my goodness, this festive period, create a festive atmosphere for yourself. Look around your environment. Just see, have a look. What can you, I don't know, what can you change around? You can buy yourself a flower, put it by your window. So for me, I love colorful flowers. So, I mean, I don't buy it every day, but I have one that I bought. It's been going on for, say, roughly 3 months now, and it's still there, beautiful. Of course, I had to study to make sure I know how to look after it so it doesn't kind of like die. So yeah, look around your house, just decorate it, make it much more welcoming, much more appealing. You can also integrate some lightings. Of course, due to the festive period, you can get some lighting maybe from any shop. I don't know, maybe Amazon, or for me, I think I got my lighting from a shop that has closed down now. I can't remember what the name is, but it's closed down. So you could just look for something of £5 or a few quid and just put it around just to, celebrate the festive period. And lastly, I would say ensure that you organize your theme, your Chris. If you have any theme that you want to follow, just it doesn't matter. It's not compulsory, but if you believe there is any theme you want to go with, feel free to do so. In terms of me, let me see, did I have any theme at all? I don't think I have any theme for this Christmas. All I know is I just want to cook. So yeah, I just think that is really useful for you. So if you believe in theme, look for any theme for yourself. Gold. I think most things I bought this time were like a little bit of a silver, like a silver faded gold color. So that is a little thing that I would say I have kind of like got myself into, but not strongly like I must be in a thing. So moving away from that, I would say this period is the best period for you to ask around, catch up with some family. You can talk to them, find out when is the best time for you to talk to them. Say, for instance, you want to catch up over the Zoom to have a chit chat, share some love, talk about something that has been really good, and some of the things that you believe you can confide in them about. Just talk to them. Because I believe this is the time for us to really catch up. For me, I've already booked some time with my family to say, okay, I'm going to talk to you over the Zoom at a certain time. So if you could borrow that same idea and also utilize that as a strategy for yourself, I think that would really work as well. So when I say special tradition and activities I'm talking about is, say, for instance, buying an advent calendar. You might invest in an advent calendar, very cheap, very reasonable. Get yourself one. Um, you know, keep on piercing it and get something out of it. Share some love with yourself, be kind. Get sort of into that festive period mode. So I am somebody that I always study my mind, if there is something coming up which I believe might put me into that moment of maybe unhappiness. I just capture that moment and I disrupt it and I quickly, change that pattern to something beautiful for myself. So moving away from that, another activity that you could engage yourself with is volunteering your time to maybe your local community. You might help to serve some food to the homeless, or I don't know, maybe to your environment. Sometimes you might want to decorate some certain hall. If you have that luxury of time, you could do it. Just, you know, put a smile on somebody's face. Just do it. For me, I know you might be thinking, oh, have I done it before? Um, I think the way I have done it before is, I think 3 Christmas ago, I did some cooking and I took it to some homeless on the road and I went to give it to them. So I mean, I did my bit, and that was spectacular. So quickly moving away from that, I would just say delicious festive treats and meal. My goodness, make some fabulous meal for yourself. I mean, if you, I don't know, some people are very good at cooking. That's okay. If you're not, that's all right. Just you can call Max and Spencer's. They can always prepare some meal for you, which you can put in your oven, and you just refresh it and you kind of like bake it, and it's good. So, I mean, if you go through all this, your Christmas will never be lonely. You would, my goodness, sit on your couch, get yourself a glass of, I don't know if it's a glass of champagne or if it's a glass of sparkling water, or even if it's a glass of lemonade or whatever it is, do something to make yourself really happy and cherish every moment. Because some people don't have the luxury that you've got. Honestly, they don't have that luxury at all. Some are in hospital. somehow been given some diagnosis at this current time, but I'm sure you are in a special place and make it much more spectacular for yourself. So don't sit down and sobering thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be lonely. You won't be lonely at all. Just make sure you fall in love with yourself. Remember that word first, the power of self-love. When you utilize the power of self-love, it will keep on holding you accountable every second of your life. So, um, going back to the delicious meal we've talked about, you might even arrange doing some food, cooking some meal, invite some friends along to your house, friends that you believe in, friends that add value to your life, or if you prefer to invite family around, of course, why not? You can invite families around, or you might even go and see families if they want that. Why not? So the point is, don't make this Christmas boring at all. And the next one is enjoy your day. Oh my goodness, enjoy your day. Enjoy every second of this festive period. Like, seriously, enjoy it. Fall in love with the day. Play some music. Oh my goodness. You know, there are some music that you could always play on Christmas Day that will bring you that laughter. Watch some movies. You might even rent some movies for that day, or you can subscribe to. For me, what I did, I think I subscribed to Amazon Prime. So in Amazon Prime, I could always see some movies, Christmas movie for that period, for a month. Um, yeah, that's how I do it. And if there is a specific one that I do like, if it works renting, I can rent it. So yeah, because I want to make myself, I want to enjoy the day. That's it. I want to enjoy it. After cooking, I want to sit down, have some bubbles if I want, eat. I love my food. You can tell I love my food. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And so you should also enjoy that day and capture every memory. Take a picture, do some videos, maybe a very short one. If you want to do reels for yourself, just something fabulous. Actually, talking about the reels part, a couple of days ago, I went out with a few friends and it was like our Christmas theme. We were told to put on something sequency, a sequence dress. I think every moment counted that day because we took loads of pictures and it was really beautiful. And you can't really get those days back at all. And so yourself, you should not ignore this moment, cherish it, embrace it, fall in love with it, capture the moment, take pictures, and feel free to share some with me if you want to. You can tag me on social media, please feel free. I can send it to my inbox and feel free to share with me. Or you can leave a comment below here. Let me know how you're spending your Christmas. What did you do to really ensure that your Christmas is special? So, moving away from that, feel free to also do something which is you know I know when it comes to everything we've talked about, it might be like after Christmas, of course, because Christmas is not every day, but when the Christmas is kind of like finishing, you might need to maybe later sit down and also part of your reflecting period, think about when you want to plan your date. Like what are the things you need to do in order to put yourself, in a way that you can find yourself a good date. Of course, number one, you must, not number one, but part of it is you must understand your values, know what you really want. Are you looking for a long-term relationship? Are you looking for a short-term relationship? And again, what kind of person do you really want? Maybe number one, not really number one, but maybe are you somebody that is looking for somebody cool-hearted, kind-hearted? Is just ensure that you're being truthful to yourself. You know, be real with yourself. What do you really want? What do you want to achieve in that relationship? So start planning ahead, which is planning ahead to find a good date or find partner for the new year. So it's always good for you to plan. An example is, say, for instance, if you want to go online dating, start to prepare yourself, get yourself a very good profile. You can take a picture, do a recent picture that will show who you are. Of course, don't put 15 or 20 years ago picture on it on your profile because that can be a little bit misleading. So just get that ready. And again, ensure that you clarify your intention with you, which is what we've talked about. Know yourself. Knowing yourself is really, really important. So, an example here, because you might be thinking, oh yeah, knowing myself, yeah, yeah, yeah. You see, an example, if you're somebody who gets angry like that, maybe you're temperamental. So, my question to you will be, do you really want to go for somebody who is temperamental? Of course not. You don't want it. So, being honest about yourself, being truthful to yourself, and you knowing yourself, this will help you to, know the kind of relationship you want to really search for. And thereafter, uh, prepare yourself to start having active listening skills. Those are part of my first love. Because when you have active listening skills, if you go on a date, when your date talks, then it makes you not to talk about them. Kind of like you pay attention to, you listen to their words, what they're saying, from what they are talking about. Then you start to think, okay, do I want to have a second date with this person? Do they really have the same the same values like me, or have we got a couple of things in common? So yeah, this just helps you to prepare as well. And the other one is ensure that you are open-minded. Like seriously, oops, I want to say, make sure that you're open-minded, and don't make your mind to be too rigid at all. Yeah, be open-minded and put yourself in a place that you could people can discover you on time. Maybe you can network, you can go to, seminars, business events, good places. Even if it's a restaurant as well, you can always find a date there. That is if you are single. So the other part is ensure that you can join some networking cycle and learn from the past relationship which you've had and had before. Maybe did it fail? What happened? What made it fail? Is just something that you could always bring on board in order to help you grow, when it comes to you finding the next partner. And whilst we are really talking about this one in terms of the planning, I have put together a guide which helps you to find the right person that you're looking for. You'll find it really useful. I'm going to embed the link below the description here. Ensure that you grab yourself a copy. It's all about finding the right partner for yourself. Ebook, because I'm going to put two different ebooks there, which is two different guide. The second guide will be how to find yourself a compatible partner. It's really good. And again, should in case you're currently in relationship, that same guide tells you how to make sure you safeguard your relationship, like you ensure that it goes really well. Nothing will hinder the growth of it. So feel free to grab yourself a copy. So wonderful friends, I hope you've enjoyed this very session. And my conclusion part will be embrace the uniqueness of celebrating Christmas without a fixed day today. So make sure every moment counts in your life. Like, come on. If anything is happening, just to make sure you celebrate yourself. Put a smile on your face. Look directly into that beautiful mirror of yours and kind of like pop yourself a beautiful smile. Smile. Look for the features that makes you fall in love with yourself and kind of like say, oh my goodness, you look fabulous. Maybe it's kind of play with yourself, like, chat with yourself, and that will keep on empowering you. The other part is make the most of the day and cherish the moment. Cherish the moment you've got, make memories of today. And my wonderful friend, I would like to say we have come to the end of this wonderful topic. And should in case you want to talk to me about your relationship or about if you're single, you want me to probably give you more clarity, more guidance, feel free to definitely write to me or send me, leave a comment below, and I'll be more than happy to support you at any point in time. So wonderful community. I want to say it's been a pleasure having you on board and having to talk to you. And yeah, I want to say I shall be looking forward to read from you If there is anything, any support you need from me, just put it in the chat there, which is in the comment section. So, or message me on Instagram or tag me or with a post on Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to support you. So, wonderful community, ensure you subscribe to this wonderful platform, which is Elimj Chat Show, because it's a platform whereby we empower various community from time to time. So when you subscribe, then you don't miss any content that we will be sharing every time. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful Christmas ahead of you. Cheers. Thank you very much for coming on board.